The fact that its head's off, the fact that its head's completely off, this leg's off, the head somehow is already like stripped of all of its meat, which blows my mind. It was just another day prospecting down at the boneyard, except only this time there was meat on the menu too. I knew this stretch of the river was a hunting ground for the dingoes, but I had no idea that they were hunting this aggressively. Body parts everywhere, and 3 different kills, all at different stages of decomposition. This place was absolutely wild, and I knew I had to investigate further. So come with me on a journey up one of Australia's wildest rivers.
Here I stand, I fall before you, and I lift my hands, and I surrender everything I am. I call you, knowing that you come. Fears and pain and shame, it all just falls apart when I begin to come into your heart. I run
Well, folks,
to you.
check this out. It's a big deer. I'm pretty sure it's a big deer. That's what I could smell. I'll have to put the GoPro in and get a bit of footage of that. The boneyard strikes again. It's sitting on good bedrock too. I'm thinking, oh, I wouldn't mind doing a bit of sniping here. Then I kind of looked down, I thought that was a rock, and no, man, that's a bloody deer or a cow. Got a big ass. It's more like a cow. Unreal. Man, that's a massive animal. All right, we're here. All right, folks, this is where we were last time. Here's a section of bedrock that I cleaned the gram out of. It's going to be a long while before that fills up with gold again. Sick. This is epic, guys. Started off in a crappy mood this morning. Didn't want to move. Every time I did move, it was just a bad time. Forgot my snuffer bottle. Just making all kinds of little mistakes. Wow, that's a fresh kill. That wasn't here last time. Oh, the boneyard. Have a look. This is why I call it the boneyard, folks. Blanna feeding on it. Man, they really ripped it up. Its friggin' head's gone. That's the head there, I'd say. Have a look at that. Look at the bite marks out of it. Holy smokes. Mate, took its head off. Holy smokes, guys. Eating its rib cage. took its head. Where's he go, Anna? Where'd he go? Looks like a little mine shaft up there. That is hectic. Kind of gives you goosebumps, guys, but I've seen dingoes down here. I know the dingoes and the wild dogs are in here. Let's hope they don't hunt me, eh? Let's hope this river doesn't get deep. Otherwise that's going to stop me right in my tracks. Have a look at that, those cracks there. Spot on. All we need is a nice warm day to motivate us. Always looking for excuses. Always looking for excuses, folks. Surely that's not bedrock. It is. Oh, this stretch here, I think would be loaded. Although I think this stretch of river is loaded with gold, finding it is a whole other ballgame. This is a very wide river, and if there's one thing I've learned about wide rivers, is the gold is generally dispersed over a large area, which at times can make it seem like finding a needle in a haystack. There's going to be some gold had through here, guys. There's going to be some gold had through here. Have a look at this. Fantastic. That's a little channel where all the heavies have sort of fallen off into. Sensational bit of bedrock. What would I do if a dingo tried to attack me? I'd have to come up with some Liam Neeson type of deal. Oh, have a look at this. Straight through the middle. Straight through the middle of the river. I mean, it's not going the right way. It's not going the right way. It's running parallel with the river, but wow, I still think there'll be gold in there. As sort of smooth as it is, I still think there'll be gold in there. Oh, don't do this to me. Don't get deep again. What do I do? What do I do? A gnarly stretch of river. Just the sheer amount of force over a long period of time. I'm almost certain there'd be some really good heavy gold in here, except there's just no bedrock or any way for it to be trapped. Sensational part of the river. If you were going to get a nugget, I reckon this would be the spot. If you're going to have a great day, this would be the spot. Let's see what lies hidden on this gravel bar, shall we? I've got to stop saying shall we. It's so lame. I can smell it. I can smell the gold. I think once you get to a certain point as a prospector, you walk into these spots and you can feel it. It's hard to explain, but there's definitely a spiritual element to this, guys. It's not just as easy as reading a couple of facts in a book or doing a bit of research. You kind of got to feel it, you know. There's a bit of a feel for it type of deal. Don't like walking through these gravel bars. The tiger snakes love to hide on them, and I've nearly stepped on a few tigers on the gravel bars, so I tend to just walk in the water. But yeah, have a look at this gravel bar. Good little bit of bedrock here. Lot of burden though, lot of burden. Look at this bedrock. This is going to be a pretty cool episode, I think. Have a go at us.
At this point, I'm not really focused on the detecting. I'm just taking in my surroundings and observing.
You feel so small when you're up in places like this by yourself. It's easy to feel really vulnerable and yeah, just small. Feel like a small man. That's a good crack. Wow. That's a heavy torrent. Alright, this is part of the river that I'm not really equipped to do at the moment. The water's nice and heavy up there. I really do want to get up to that point, but I think we're just going to have to settle for having a snipe down through this section.
I thought that this would be the perfect spot to stop and have a look. If there was any gold in the area, I'm sure there would be some trace gold laying in this awesome crevice. As a prospector, you're always looking for clues, and this was the moment where I found an old-timer's sinker. These sinkers tend to be like a lead ingot that is folded on itself, and it kind of looks like a cinnamon scroll, if that makes any sense. And after doing a little bit of research on this lead, it turns out that they're actually fishing net weights that were invented by the Romans thousands of years ago, and it turns out that the old-timers were still using that same technology. This is an unalloyed sterling silver ring that I found on the bottom of a river in Victoria, Australia. It was really cool. It was flat, and once I took it out of the water and played with it a little bit, I wrapped it around my finger and seen that it was a ring. Let me know in the comments if you found anything cool while prospecting or exploring. After having a bit of a scratch in this area, I was pretty satisfied that there was no gold moving through here. But in saying that, gold could be 1 meter away, 2 meters away, 6 meters away, and I wouldn't know until I had a look. Anyway guys, I'm going to end the video with a little bit of footage of when I seen a dingo chasing after a wallaby in the river on a cold winter's day. It was one of the most wild, amazing things I've ever seen in my life. Unfortunately, the dingo seen me and he hightailed it out of there, and I just made sure that the wallaby got to the bank safe. And yeah, so check this footage out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.